CIO Scott Minerd, or Minerd. And he, in February 3rd, 2021, Guggenheim has like, I think almost 300 billion assets under management, pretty big company. And he came out and said that Bitcoin could eventually climb to 600,000. It was a big story. Everybody was really excited because, traditional finance guy, they loved that. And then they were really happy with Scott. And then all of a sudden, price started to go up pretty high. Remember? $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. Then all of a sudden, Scott's like, hey, you know what? This was in May 20th. Good times. Actually, around May 12th or so was when I think we hit like Bitcoin all-time highs. I know it was in May, 64,000. All of a sudden, Scott's like, hey, you know what? Pump the brakes. Crypto has proven to be tulipmania. As prices rise, tulip bulbs and cryptocurrencies multiply until supply swamps demand at previous market clearing prices. It's a nice word salad. I mean, it really is. I mean, good for him. Scott's a smart guy. But, a lot of people look at this and go, I knew it. I knew it was bad. I knew it was going to work. And all these people around me who are getting loaded on crypto, I knew it the whole time. So that's just another example. And then a couple of weeks later, he came out and said, on a tweet, hey, be very careful because this is a very volatile market, and things go down pretty quickly. And then all of a sudden, on June 2nd, Guggenheim registers a fund that allows Bitcoin exposure. And this was, it's the 23rd today. I mean, it was a while ago, but there's still been things that have been put out. Scott doesn't need to be the only fudster out there to drop the market. He's got his buddies in traditional finance, and they can do all the same things. Not that they're doing that. I don't want to get sued, but, they're doing that. So here's the article. Guggenheim Funds Investment Advisors, LLC, filed a registration statement with the U.S. SEC for the Guggenheim Active Allocation Fund. Guggenheim Investments has about $270 billion. Okay, $270 billion. The following describes the fund as a newly organized, diversified, closed-end management investment company. And this is what it states. The filing states this. The fund may seek investment exposure to cryptos, notably Bitcoin. Amazing. Through cash-settled derivative instruments, such as cash-settled exchanges traded futures, or through investment vehicles that offer exposure to Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies through direct investments or indirect exposure, such as derivatives contracts. No, I didn't slow down the speed of the video. I just want to make sure everybody was aware. Because some people say, oh, it's just futures, whatever else. Direct investments, sure. And to finish this up, while Minerd has a long-term prediction of 600K for Bitcoin, he's been saying that the price of Bitcoin will crash in the short term and could fall 50% to the 20K to 30K level. Amazing how he predicted it and it actually came true. I would love to talk to Scott. Maybe he can tell me my future. According to the SEC filing, Minerd will be responsible for the day-to-day management of the Guggenheim Active Allocation Funds portfolio, which would include butting on Twitter. No, I'm just kidding. That's not, don't sue me. Minerd tweeted on May 28th, crypto investors, be warned, be prepared for a volatile holiday weekend. So the more things change, the more they stay the same. And everybody talks about how different it is, and institutions are going to buoy everything. It's going to keep the price of Bitcoin up. Look, as long as greed and manipulation and people who want to be in power still exist in the human race, it'll always be pretty much the same. I believe the price will go up as we see more mass adoption, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But in this case, it is the same thing around and around. Remember in March 2020 when COVID came around and the crypto market just fell down to the floor? Same thing as equities. And people are like, this is different. This is totally different, and it's not gonna come back. Well, guess what? It came back. And now we just saw this whole thing with China and their miners leaving. Like, this is different. It's gonna fail. And it came back. It's always the same thing, just repeating over and over again. And I can't say any clearer.